I am FADEOLOGIST.
I am FADEOLOGIST.
I am FADEOLOGIST.
I am FADEOLOGIST.
Good taste transcends everything.
Is a representation of oneself.
It can boost your confidence and make you feel great.
Not only does a haircut add value to a person's physical appearance,
It does something to their soul, man.
We are all defined by something.
But today,
it's the haircut to a science
that defines us.
The day we decided to close was a Saturday, and it was about 2 o'clock. We didn't see no cars on Sugarloaf Parkway. And you know, Sugarloaf, that's like a main highway here in Lawrenceville. Nobody was in the shop. And we just called a promptu meeting. I called a promptu meeting, and I just want to hear everybody's, side of the story, man. At that time, we were actually kind of fearful for our own lives. No one understood what coronavirus was. And so we decided to shut the shop down, thinking that, maybe another week or so we could come back to work. Lo and behold, we ended up sitting out like 9 weeks, man, like I said. And to answer your question, yes, there was a whole lot of fear, bro. Business failure, financial failure. You don't realize until situations like that, man, well, maybe I shouldn't have bought this, or I shouldn't have bought that. You start thinking about everything that you could have done. But through, prayer, through continued faith, through some of the grants that came out with, we were able to sustain. And not only that, we were able to open up a business, during the pandemic. Man, crazy enough, before we opened up, it was actually before the pandemic, and Sean and I started talking probably that September. As a matter of fact, we started talking the summer before the pandemic, and we just kind of strategized throughout the summer, or the late summer, the fall, and by November, we had signed the contract, and so we were actually supposed to open up the first week of January, and then because we weren't complete, the build out wasn't complete, we decided to push it back to February. And next thing you know, the pandemic hit, coronavirus, and we had to push back, and we actually opened up like May 19th. But the other shop, we actually closed the other shop for like 9 weeks, man. I want them to have the same experience they get at Chick-fil-A. As soon as they walk in the door, hello, welcome to FADEOLOGIST. How may we help you? Outside of cutting their hair, I feel like my main role is just to be a friend, to be a listening ear, to be someone that they can confide in, to help lift their spirits. And sometimes I need my spirit lifted. So I look to them for the same, I hold them accountable as well, in the same category. So. For me, since day one, I've always tried to maintain, staying on top of technology. Years ago, I was the first barbershop in my area to accept credit cards. For me, that was a major challenge because I couldn't figure out how does the whole credit card thing work. How will everyone get paid if they're all independent contractors? Well, I figured it out, found a solution, we executed. So for me, just being tech-based as a barbershop, one of our biggest things is maintaining a clean barbershop. Anytime you come in, the barbershop is always going to be clean. We try to always keep a family-oriented environment where people from all walks of life are welcome. It doesn't matter whether you're white, black, Asian. We cut everybody. And when you walk in, you get that feeling like, hey, I'm at home. These guys accept us. This is a black-owned business, but at the same time, we don't discriminate. We just try to cohabitate together, man, while we're working. When you're an entrepreneur, there's really no such thing as balance. But I want to make sure that everybody is fed, not just financially, but I want to make sure that they're fed with time. It's hard, but it has to be done. Family first, period. There's very few events that occur that I'm not at. I will stretch my business hours before I miss a family event. If I take off 3 hours for a family event, I'll extend my hours maybe an hour or two before opening and an hour or two later, just to make sure I get in that good quality time. If I don't get the opportunity to spend quality time with my family every day, I try to make up for it on the weekends. So that's another reason why, sleep deprivation is high in my life. I could go to sleep right now, you know what I mean? But we're here doing this, and I know, when I see my kids, they're gonna be all on me. So we do what we have to do to succeed. And again, it's hard, but I make sure that I take care of them as well as my wife. So we just do what we have to do.
And somebody said, have you ever heard of FADEOLOGIST? And I said, those where they wear the scrubs? Is that where they wear all the doctor's hats and everything? I said, I don't know, where are they at? And he said, they're in Lawrenceville. I said, okay. So I went by the school where I graduated, talked to some folks, looked at my watch, and boom, shot right over here from Pleasant Hill. And Jay wasn't here. Jay wasn't in the building at the time. I spoke to one of his managers, Kerry, and he said, come back tomorrow. I haven't left yet. Came back the next day. I started the following Monday. I've been here 3 years plus through the pandemic. Brand new shop by the grace of God. Going through to the third shop. Watching him is incredible.
We started talking about that the other day, and I think it's been somewhere between 25 and 30 years. Probably like 27, 28 years that I've been coming to him now.
Come here about 8 years. So I tried this establishment and been coming ever since.
Well, I met Jay. Jay basically rescued me out of a bad situation. My son was having school pictures on a Monday, and I forgot. So I was looking for a barber shop that was open on a Sunday. And we happened to be riding and saw the sign say open up here on Sugarloaf, and we stopped. And went in, Jay was in the chair. I said, man, my son needs a haircut. That was about 2009, I believe.
I want to say it's about 2012, 2013. Somewhere in there I started coming in. Yeah, about 2013. You know what I'm saying? I got shows and stuff, and we got promos and stuff like that, so I got to keep it cut. You know what I'm saying? And man, that's how I met John, man. And I ain't look back, man, because he's so professional.
It was the overall atmosphere. Anytime you come into a barbershop as a female, you kind of like, okay, what am I going to hear? But it was very professional, very welcoming, and clean. They don't walk on eggshells, but there's no disrespect. Because I know, especially we as a people, we get together and it just goes. But here, it's just very relaxed. I would bring my granddaughter here.
Well, the entire experience here, man, is when you walk in the door, and not just your barber, but all the other barbers. They all scream your name out, man. They all glad to see. I like running down the rows and dapping all the barbers. And one thing I can tell that John has implemented is a team first mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got to be him that do all the greeting. That's a team. That's got to be something that somebody said, hey, this is how we're gonna do it when people come in. Whether they're familiar, whether they're strangers, whatever, it's a team first mentality. I can tell just by when I come in. Because I've been in here and I've seen people who walked in for the first time. And I've seen how they all greet them. And then somebody, whether they're busy or not, and saying, man, do you have an appointment, or are you just walking in? They'll go and talk to them, and they'll find out about what the person's situation is. Because you know what, it's hard moving to another city and finding a barber, and they make that a personalized decision. I said, man, that's something John has instilled, because whether you come to Fadeologist 1 or 2, they all do the same thing. You can see it anytime you see Fadeologist, you're going to see the same treatment of everyone. Like, I don't care if you're 10 years old, because the way they teach the children. The way if you're 10 years old or you 79 years old, it's the same routine practice over and over, which makes the person like, oh my gosh, I don't know who to go to get a haircut. Well, in fact, it don't matter. They all do the same thing. They're top of the class at all they do. You know, John hires only qualified, certified, top of the line barbers.
You know, you go in a lot of shops and you hear guys talking across the shop, yelling at each other. You have women don't feel comfortable because of the type of atmosphere that the barber or the owner allows. And you know, I've had women that come in and say, you know, I actually feel comfortable in there. It doesn't feel like other shops. He makes sure that his ship is ran the way that it needs to be ran, so that it can be successful. You have single mothers that don't want to feel a certain way when they walk into a barbershop to bring their kid. So some people don't realize how important it is to make sure that that environment is not, your shop is not that type of environment.
I felt part of the team from before I even put a uniform on, and I knew it was more than cutting hair. It was more than being the best barber. It was attaching to a brand and watching it take off.
When you walk into the shop, you could tell it's an atmosphere, it's an aura, it's a feeling, it's a perception that you get when you walk into the shop. You feel safe. You feel like, you know what, these people are professional. I know I can walk in this shop and get a good cut from any one of the barbers that's in here, because I know that Jay just has that level of professionalism. And quite frankly, I'm honored to be his friend. I'm honored to be one of his longest clients, and I'm honored to be sitting here, you know, saying these things about Jay, because man, the guy, he's at another level.
John and I discussed this. He kind of shared with me he was ready to expand, and he's like, I want another shop in the area. So I was like, okay. So I actually started looking for shops. And he gave me his model, his idea of what he would like to do. And this shop actually came available.
John is cutting edge in technology. This way you merge the technology with the barbershop. Makes it easy. I ain't got to figure out if my appointment is today. They send me a notification expecting to see you at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Please confirm. Confirm it. Just tap the link. I'm already verified. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, where my brother like, hold on, we got 4 more ahead of you. Ain't nobody doing that. Nobody doing that. We still telling people, hey, hold on, you, not you, you. We still doing that, not you, you. Not you, you. You after him. Starts fights. Ain't none of that, man. It's very clear and concise, man. We know everything. If I want to reschedule my appointment, I just go on my phone. I ain't got to call John. I do it from the phone. Hey, man, did he know? All right, man, I got to do it. I can't do it that day. I got to put another time in, and it does it automatic, man. That's what John was smart at, was putting the technology in at a barbershop, and watch how effective it'll run.
If you have a business, you don't want people leaving one place and it can't support what it's used to, because people are now going to the other place. So now you're splitting the same market share. But what John said, that no, there was one here before. So when he said that, my question was, why isn't it open anymore? His response was, they're not fadeologists.
I'm telling you what's so crazy, man. John got a vending machine in here. I love vending machines. I thought it was a vending machine somebody else owned. I ain't know John owned the vending machine. John got ATMs in here. I ain't know John owned the ATM. He just using what you call synergy. He's taking what he has and he's putting things right here that people use every single day, and he just put it in their face. Right here, like you see a vending machine, I like honey bun. He got honey buns in there. You ain't gotta look, it's number 24. I already know I hit it. I know. You gotta check me. Just go over there and look and see the honey bun 24. I know. I go in there and get the honey bun. Yeah, I know. He's using synergy. All he do, ATM machine right there. Ah, man, on my way out. Everybody pay right there with a card, but God, dog, I need some cash. Right there. So now he's taking his barbershop business, he's paying himself in other, man, you think that vending machine is sitting in here because it don't make money? No. Everything John put in here is to make money. But he's showing all these other young cats, hey man, don't just get the shot, get the vending machine. Get the ATM. Start your own businesses. Right inside of where you work.
It's been a really great experience with Jay because I trust him completely. And you know, when he first started cutting my hair, I had a lot more hair. You know, as I've lost a little bit, you know, we've had to make a couple of modifications here, and he's really good at that too. So he keeps me looking good, you know. But I have 100% confidence in him, and the people that are you know in his shop all the time.
Well, he's very respectful, you know, but he also gives good suggestions, you know, as it's his craft. And he'll say, you know, Miss Gina, why don't you try this, or let me do that, or you can do this to keep your haircut longer. Like he told me, you know, put something satin on your head, you know, things of that nature. And because I was thinking in a natural form I wouldn't need that, but I noticed the difference. You know, so, and John is just, and then we talk business and life, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere talking to him.
You know, some days, you know, John can even tell when I'm not feeling my best. He's like, man, what's going on, man? He just was simple with it. And he ain't never stopped cutting. I get out there, man, and say, man, this is what you do, man. Give some of the great advice. Because you're talking to a dude, man, who been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like a big brother to me because he older than me. He's seen a lot more than me. He's been through some things that I ain't been through, man. By the time I knew it, I feel a lot better. Plus, I got a haircut. Like, you know your barber good when you don't even need the mirror no more. I just get him going out the door. I don't need no mirror. Like, John stopped showing me mirrors 5 years ago. I see it when I get home. You know, they got all the technology in here you want. Anything that's cutting edge in barbers, they got it. Like I came here one time. It looked like John was doing surgery. There was so much equipment around this one person. They had the steamer going. John had a razor with hot towels. I said, what is he getting? And how much is that? Because I wasn't getting that. You know, he don't give me that. You know what I'm saying? Some days he know when Jay use the razor on me. Some days he know when just keep the clipper. Man, he know. And that's what you want, man. You want a barber who knows exactly what he's doing at all times. I ain't never walked out of here disappointed at nothing. Then he does that, man, and then I'm gonna tell you another thing too. He take young barbers and show them the same thing. I like the fact he take young barbers in here, man, and he shows them how to do the same thing. Not with cutting, not with none of that. They all got the paper, they all graduated from that. It's not that. Talking about how to be businessmen.
Yeah, he's a person, like you said, counselor, friend, but you know, if he has something to give to make you better, he definitely will share that with you. Or if he knows someone that he could point you in the direction, he'll share that as well. So, you know, the relationship is invaluable.
I left corporate America to do something for myself. Oh, well, you work for somebody. No, I work with somebody. And working with somebody that has no ceiling, where's mine?
Oh, you always feel, good morning, gorgeous. That's how you feel. You look in the mirror, okay.
75 times 4 is what I was paying when I was in LA. John said 25, I thought he had a fever. I said, this boy's sick. That's $100 a month? Do he know? Okay, well maybe he don't know. And man, it's always worked out that way, man. It's been the best, man. He's one of the best I've seen do it.
He invited me before he knew me. He said, oh, you want to come for the ride? Well, come on. No gas money. You don't need any of that. Just come along for the ride. Put your seatbelt on. I kept my seatbelt on.
See, fadeologists. Now, I've heard fadeologists probably about for the last 5-6 weeks. They kept making it into, the finals. Like, all right, here go the finals, fadeologists and this barbershop out there. And he had never won, And so I was like, hey, man, what's your name, bro? He said, I introduced myself. He said, John. I said, man, I'm Junior, man, Steve Harvey Morning Show. I said, man, I hope, good luck to y'all, man. I know y'all up for the running for the best barbershop. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, I sure appreciate that, man. Him and his wife, they was just standing there. We met, we was on the same flight going to Vegas. That's how I met him. And then you know what? He actually won that year. And that speech was incredible. Boy, I was on that front row rolling that John, man. First thing he got on the mic, man, because you win something, man, because it's good to be recognized for something that you've been doing. And that's what, the morning show wanted to do, was recognize hardworking people in the neighborhood for what they always been doing, right? And so when John got on that mic, man, I'm sitting there, because I just met him like 2 days ago. So we leaving on Thursday, it's Saturday night, we having the award show. John got his suit on, man, he got the whole barbershop crew with the whole nine. He gets up on that mic, he says, yes, sir. I'm sitting there screaming. He said, yes, sir. I see him, man, look at me, he said, it's going down tonight. I knew what that meant, he wasn't talking about cutting hair. I knew that.
Yes, sir.
I knew that for a fact, he wasn't talking about cutting hair. He said, it's going down tonight. He looked right at his wife. I said, ooh-wee.
If you have a chance to talk to this gentleman about business, he will leave a lasting impression. If you work for this gentleman or with this gentleman, it will change your life.
There's barbershops in every corner, and I live probably a half hour, 45 minutes away from here. And when I have to come from work, it's an hour-long drive to get here in brutal traffic, but I have never stopped coming to Jay because I know when I walk in that door, it's going to be the experience that I want. It's coming to the fadeologist is like going to the Four Seasons of barbershops. That's what I can say for you.
My favorite thing about him is when he cuts my hair, cause it was just a happy moment in general, cause it was my first haircut as a kid.
That he's an entrepreneur.
His some of his dreams were to open up a new barber shop, and that's what he's doing right now. So, yeah.
Before it opened up, you gotta see the process of it being built. Well, he didn't really tell us. He showed us to be determined, because he was determined to get up in the morning and work.
I think he works hard so he's able to buy me, my mom, and my sister stuff we want, and I feel like he also works hard so that he's able to he's able to pay the bills. One thing that I don't tell my dad that he would often like to hear was that I love him, and he's very inspirational to me.
One thing that I would love to tell my dad is that I look up to him and I want to be an entrepreneur too.
My name is Gina Robinson.
Everybody's your favorite play cousin Junior, man.
My name's Jonathan.
I'm Sean Golden.
My name is Stephen White.
My name is Blake Douglas.
My name is Bella Douglas.
We are fadeologists.
I'm doing 2 camera shoots. Y'all in here for real. Y'all doing social media. I got everything. This is real. Yeah, I know.
Blake.
Y'all can talk clearly.